3 bodies. Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out,
and the suspect, Joe Dark. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Yeah, so they
with what?
I don't know.
Not the knife, it's in his back.
He did the 5-finger exploding heart technique.
Damn, I want to see it.
Joe Dark had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
What did you do?
To be honest, I panicked.
It's a strong way to say final blow, by the way.
Yeah, it's not a final blow. He can get...
Yeah.
I was gonna say he can get blown again, but that's not the phrasing I want to say.
I mean, he can technically get blown again.
He lives another day. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her.
Can't blame her. After all her sister must have gone through.
After that, I placed Dark under immediate arrest.
Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident?
That's right. Quite a coincidence,
Is it? I don't buy it.
What are you saying?
There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance.
That case was solved 2 years ago.
At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved.
Officer Marshall, yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brother died, he changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Dark.
You commented on it earlier. I don't think Lana was in a relationship with Marshall. I think it was the lunch lady.
Well, no, lunch lady's in a relationship with Marshall now, but the way that Emma was talking about it earlier, and I told you I was creeped out because she was talking about like how, she really kind of was saying some creepy stuff about how Lana and Marshall were like so good with each other. I mean, how she like wishes that he was nice to her too. It was like very weird vibes. Like, I remember back when I got red flags like instantly. Like, oh, that's creepy.
Japan, no.
but maybe not. I mean, maybe I'm just reading into it. But you know, life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories.
That case just might not be over yet. Done, eh? Emma was assaulted by Dark at the police department, right?
Yes, in the office that Damon Gantz and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief's office.
Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Dun dun dun. Should I show her anything? The files to present.
Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside court.
Wow. Don't show her the rest of the game then.
Yeah, I know, right? It's taboo, especially when the interests of both parties are involved.
She really means it.
Lana. Don't be a buzzkill, Lana.
Wanna watch this video more?
Let's watch it again, it's so fun.
Yay! What's this jar?
Remember, that's from the other case. But we don't know why yet.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to come up in some way. I like its name. It's an unstable jar.
I'm an unstable jar.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Whack, whack.
Yeah, I think in that case she's not gonna respond to anything you show her.
Yeah. They want us to go to find his office. If we dare. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere.
Things seem kind of quiet around here today.
You're right. The chief of detectives seems to get the same, though.
Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to?
Right. We can come back here later.
Okay.
That man must be the chief of detectives.
You know that already.
He's staring at the screen so hard it might shatter.
What? Dark case may have been fabricated. That's what I thought all along.
What?
Wait, why is he... What? I just never bothered to tell anyone. What?
No, there's a guy who cares about his work.
Wait, we haven't even made that statement yet. Like, this whole, like, dark case might have been fabricated thing has not been said by anyone. This has not been established that anyone thinks this in the game yet. We think that. Like
Damon Gant's a serial killer.
None of the characters in the game
Damon Gant's a serial
have
killer.
stated that they believe that yet. Why is it in the news?
Damon Gant's a serial killer.
Also, the chief of police is terrible. He didn't say something about a crime.
Howdy, Bambina.
Oh, Mr. Marshall.
I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Why aren't you in jail for assaulting another officer and impersonating another officer and stealing evidence?
And this and that,
Those are
and
also
this and that.
crimes. I guess your 3-day trial hasn't happened yet. Que sera, sera. You never know when life will lead you, El Bambino.
Sera, sera. Whatever shall be, shall be.
I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning.
What? His canteen of liquor?
His cactus?
Or a fish?
A fish? Billy the fish.
Billy?
Must have been his pet cactus. You didn't feed it enough blood today?
You didn't have to make a blood sacrifice to make cactuses live?
Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner. That's the problem, because it's where the murder happened.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to tell me I can't go in there.
We kind of need to go there.
But Mr. Marshall, why'd you do it?
Why the prospectors head west.
For gold, motherfucker. That's why.
Yeah.
Or for
to sell things to all the gold people.
Manifest destiny.
Which was more profitable than actually panning for gold.
Yes.
Was just providing facilities and tools for the gold people that were going to ruin their lives.
to cause cruelty to Native Americans everywhere.
Yay.
That's why.
Manifest Destiny, which is drawn by like a weird naked lady covered in towels that's just kind of pointing in a direction like it's.
Well, she's wearing like Grecian garb because that's like what everyone knew. That that's always just been iconic.
Yep.
And she's like pointing west.
Gotta always use the iconography of a dead civilization. That's always a good source of hope.
Yes.
Whoops.
Don't you know women just love to wear towels and point at things?
I just saw a whole thing where there's a philosophy tube video that's called Charles Darwin versus Karl Marx, and it's about how these ideologies intermixed and so on. And there was a whole thing where there was an offshoot of a guy that came kind of before / parallel with Charles Darwin, who didn't think that it was because in natural selection, you're born with certain traits, and whether or not you pass on those traits determines whether or not they were like viable or better. And so on.
Yeah, like the ones that help you survive are the ones that.
But there was another guy that thought that you gained and lost traits throughout your life, and that the traits you have gained through life you can then pass on to your offspring. Like the idea is that like giraffes just kept stretching for those plants, which made their necks slightly longer, and so they would pass those genes on to their kids. It was a nonsense version of it. But there was a racist aspect to that was very Manifest Destiny, where they would take people from the tribes of other peoples, and they would try to teach them like Western ways and like civilize them and whatnot, and then they'd put them back in those tribes like they were gonna like eugenics them, basically. Like they were gonna pass on their Western traits to the rest of them. But what would really happen is they would just immediately just be like, oh, thank God that's over, and just take off all the dumb clothes and shit and go back to like their normal life.
Yeah.
And it would have no impact on the society around them, because that's not how that works.
Well, that's like the egocentric way of like, well, our way's obviously better, so if we teach someone this way, they're gonna show their people. But it's like, no, your way's not inherently
you
better.
Didn't improve anything. You just kind of enslaved someone for a while.
Well, I mean, look at all of our
and then put them back.
California missions. There's a lot of them, and honestly, they're beautiful, but boy, they're full of suffering.
Yep.
There's some there are some traits that I know, like they've been doing research on how there are certain things that like if a parent does in their lifetime, it actually can alter their DNA in ways that are passed down, but not like that. It's not like a physical, like the one that I've heard
Radiation.
that fascinates me the most is if a human being goes through like a long enough period of starving, there is proof that their offspring will actually be better adept to food, like managing their energy. Their metabolism's different because it's something about like something that's so traumatizing happens to you that your DNA actually is almost like scarred, and you can have kids that are different as a result of that. So in a lot of like third world countries where people actually have to starve for years at a time, their kids end up a little bit better adept to it. But that's obviously something that happens to you during your lifetime. It's not like you're born starving, you know?
Yeah.
But that's one of the ones I was looking into recently. But I mean, there's certain things like that. The giraffe stretching one I've heard before. That's definitely not.
No, it's some hot bullshit.
Yeah.
But hey, people were working on it.
Yeah, you know, we're getting there. I appreciate people thinking about it at all.
If there ever was a case I need to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us what exactly had happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was Joe Dark's, all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
A question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean?
Yeah, what does
It means that there was a good chance the knife was not the murder weapon. Da, da, da.
Oh, it was the vase.
The vase was the murder weapon.
Perhaps. It's broken.
Is the vase how his brother knocked him out, I wonder?
I don't know. Maybe. But I mean, wasn't there like blood on the vase, and then the vase was broken?
Was it broken back then, or was it broken in the Goodman case?
No, I think it was broken before, but I think they'll try to say, oh, it was unstable, that's why it's broken. But I think in reality, it was used to hit someone over the head.
It's got some nice handles on it. However, in the report that was finally submitted, the possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us.
The scars that the SL9 incident left behind.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. I feel like he got the looks too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's cooler looking than you. I don't like you,
He was
Marshall.
one of the best prosecutors around. Why were you both cowboys?
Yeah, why this happened?
I had just made detective when I went down. It was our first case together.
How old was he, your brother?
He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the King of Prosecutors? Apparently just is a broken shield. Always. I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? It's an honor for a prosecutor. I would also like to have a trophy that looks like a children's toy.
Well, I guess it's better than no trophy, right?
Yeah, but it looks so dumb. It looks like an item from Pokemon.
Yeah, it does.
Like it's the cartoonish giant letter on it and everything.
Yeah.
You got a Master Ball. Mr. Marshall must really have been close with his brother. Like some kind of sibling or blood relative.
Like, you know, not all family members like each other. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
You can not like each other but be close.
That's true. You're almost more able to be more close if you don't like each other.
Yeah. That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was a thunder.
There was a thunder.
I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. I don't think that's how that works.
No.
Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew the latter. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. They got shot. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They?
Who are you talking about?
Gant, the only remaining character in the narrative.
I know, right?
It's really obvious too. There's no other characters. Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean, Damon Gant and Lana Skye. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second-in-command, Lana Skye. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. The case was the biggest step in both their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Oh, after the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah. Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. This is super conflict of interest.
Yes, it is.
He got a promotion, then used the promotion to give her a promotion.
Buddies, old boys club, you know.
She's never been the same since she left. Oh my god! Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was a totally different when she was a detective. She did a different job and everything. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too.
Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court that day. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything.
No.
That someone was Damon Gant. That face. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. What?
Wow, he's opened a new one. Or whatever. I don't know. We've never seen him do that before.
Yeah, that was...
Don't you need that to close that? That's a canteen.
Yeah, that's not a temporary container.
Yeah.
At first I'm like, littering, but it's not even littering. It's like, you need that.
Yeah, go get it.
Honestly, that should probably be attached. It's usually just attached anyway.
Yeah.
Too bad I won't be around to work with you. It's convenient that all the people we need for evidence are just gonna get locked away. Wait, you can bring witnesses from jail.
Yeah, you can.
That's actually, in fact, that's where all of our witnesses usually are.
Yeah, because they're being held there.
When you become a real scientific investigator, he means later.
Yeah.
Much later. Adios, Bambina. And he just blinks out of existence. Damn. You.
The Blue Badger is still writhing around today. You know, I forgot to mention this earlier, but he doesn't have feet.
Yeah, no, he's just got little badgy legs, but giant arms are twice as long as his legs.
I don't know if that little that block there is implied to be his feet, but it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Because he's not attached.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, that whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since the other day. Yeah, because of the crime that was doing.
Can I take out his batteries? I just can't feel like he's going to do something naughty.
I can't believe the dialogue hasn't been updated after
I know.
It became so much more important.
I know, you think that it would change.
Yeah, it seems odd. Alright, where do we go from here? That's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. There we go.
Aren't you professional?
No. Only by some definitions.
I'll say that to make you feel cool about yourself.
No one's here today. Not even Miss Starr.
Damn it. I wanted to see her again.
I need her.
I need her. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. Let's see where all the detectives are.
But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m.
Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case.
But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty.
Hang in there, Lana.
I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Well, let's fucking go! What are we trying to do right now?
Okay. So we know, I mean, I don't actually, to be honest, I don't know what we're looking for, because we know we could probably use fingerprint dust now, because we didn't have fingerprint dust when we were here before.
We did this, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we did this before.
The blood, it's gone.
Wait,
Nope.
Why did we not get that earlier?
We did.
Okay.
Those were like, that's not nearly enough blood.
This blood, it's my sister's, right?
It appears so.
You can't just look at it and say it appears so.
Yeah. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime.
Poor sis. See, once again, we're not having that person talk to us about what actually happened. But like I said, she's being obstinate because she's making some sort of point. Just stupid.
Like some sort of furry bait Pokemon.
What?
Obstagoon.
Oh my god. That was a stretch because I said obstinate like several words ago. So like you saying that, I was like, making a point? Mr. Edgeworth isn't here.
Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. He took a real beating in court today.
Yeah, because he freaking seems suspicious as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago.
I guess we'll just have to come back later.
But that isn't really his fault. I mean, I'm sure they assume he was in on it, but...
Yeah.
You know, prove it. I like his little lamp. His little bell sprout lamp.
Oh, that one. It's like, where are? Look. You're talking about the long like rod thing sticking out?
Like the one up in the top left.
Oh. I thought you were talking about this thing. I was like, what?
No, I mean...
Bell sprout.
Yeah, little bell sprout.
Yeah.
Little Stephanie lamp.
An excessive like collection of tiny little lights all together, so they probably
What a fancy motherfucker.
have collective like garbo lighting.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, it's all about the ambiance, dude. When he's in here drinking coffee at night, have that little lamp on. Him and Phoenix have a little date. It's the cutest thing ever. Play chess, you know? I'd watch that.
Oh, new thing, cool.
You can always tell because it has that little typing thing.
This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted, except for the same number of people always being here every time.
I know, right? That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. I don't think you're supposed to just tell us that, dude.
Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us.
He usually just talks to himself while we're here.
Yep.
With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do. About Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together.
I think festive is the word usually used for those.
Instead of chaos.
Yeah.
Although it is freaking chaos. I work in retail.
It's like the worst month of American life.
You know, I definitely need to quit my job soon. Christmas is coming up. I can't be a part of that. I need a different job before that happens. I can't do that again.
It's going to be a COVID Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know what that's going to be like. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor.
I hate what you just said. It's like 5 months away and we're like, man, Christmas will be here any minute, because it's Christmas is like a 3-month season of America.
No, yeah,
like, it's stupid. It's so fucking stupid.
I can tell
it. I hate it that we're in July and you're like, man, Christmas soon. Any minute now.
No, honestly, like as a warehouse manager, I can tell you when we're gonna get Christmas stuff, and I guarantee it's gonna be like right around Halloween. Before that, it's a little bit before Halloween.
Yeah,
we put it in boxes and we store it, and I just have to look at it and just know that it's coming.
Just use the
Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Just don't tell them that. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Yeah, see what the fuck?
Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office.
Everyone's stupid.
Emma, you ruined that for us.
Still writing your novel? That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
That's it. The villain used a time machine. Don't even.
Oh no.
That's very clever indeed. That would explain the alibi.
No.
The future might not be so far away after all.
Oh no. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. Tell me that's not coming in a future game.
I just watched the movie Adaptation with Nicolas Cage, where he is a screenwriter, and his brother is also a screenwriter, but his brother makes like the tropiest bullshit movies ever, and it makes Nicolas Cage really salty that his brother is successful because all of his plot lines are like, use like multiple personality disorder, and probably would use like time machines and stuff to like do alibis. And Nicolas Cage's character is trying to write like a very serious film. But his brother's the one who gets all the love and attention for his cheap ass, like, time machine alibi kind of movie, you know?
I just have to point out, this is his office.
Whoa, you're right!
Mr. Cross tie guy, he has a fucking church organ in his office.
What is this?
If I press the right buttons, does it open his secret door?
I want to point out that he has some vases over there. Maybe
I want to point out that we suspect him of being a murder boy.
Yeah, remember with the vase? Maybe he likes vases.
No, not that. I mean, like, we suspect him of being, like, the murderer. Mm-hmm. So, like, this is like a fucking trophy picture, because that guy got awarded that trophy the day he was murdered. And he's just got it on his wall. That was the last time that Marshall was seen before he was murdered, is that photo.
Well, I think if Gant's a murderer, but he's probably a sadistic fuck, so he probably likes having that there.
It's also definitely those are definitely just the same drawings of most of those characters that we see all the time, like not even posed differently.
The church organ really adds to the fact that he's probably a villain, though, because that's very like a villainous thing to have in your office.
This is a villainous office. Whoa, where am I?
It's the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door.
Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it?
Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. Why? They used to call me Little Miss Bach. Take piano and then you can play the pipe organ, right? I don't know. Are they different? Probably. They probably are different.
I don't know.
I mean, granted, one lends itself to the other a lot.
She's horrible.
I never could remember where C was.
Isn't that the first letter that you sent her on? Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. With that paper he was reading on his desk. Did we only just now notice him? So, Rido, have you been swimming lately?
What?
No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, what with Mr. Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. He's such a murderer. He's just too happy all the time. Almost like he's been getting away with murder for years. While also getting promoted for murdering. So he makes $1 billion and has a church organ. Oh my god. These are coming up Millhouse. See that big picture on the wall over there? That was the last hour where he drew breath.
I relish that picture. Wait. Why is that?
Is it a spear?
Yes.
There's just a knight over there with a spear.
Hey, remember that the thing that used to stab him wasn't the knife? They said the knife didn't match the wound on this guy. I feel like that knight with the illuminated sword might have something to do with this right now.
Hey, it's the vase.
It's the fucking vase! What the fuck? That's the fucking vase. Case solved. Take it to court.
Why would they pose by the knight, but not include the knight in the frame of the photo?
And he's like a creeper. Standing in the corner like that.
Whoever took this photo sucks at taking photos. Like
they do.
You either choose to have the knight in the picture or not have the knight in the picture. You don't be like, let's take the picture over here. Well, the knight's kind of in the way.
You think the knight would be a good part of the picture? Like it's an interesting image.
Yeah. Instead, he's like half cropped out, but he's also in the way of Lana and stuff.
Like how Lana's not smiling.
It's distracting. No, I don't think she can.
She's smiling a little bit.
Is she?
I don't know.
You got a little Mona Lisa going.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. Yeah.
That's a picture of Lana, Neal, and me.
I know who you are.
So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh, we've never seen him before. We have, but he hasn't. It's all been like magic visions.
Yeah,
that presumably Phoenix can't see.
How did we know what he looked like? But we did.
Yeah. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. There's a few things wrong with it.
Oh, wait.
What? The description or something?
No, the statue's also different. I don't know if that matters, but that statue had a sword on it when Edgeworth does not have a sword on it.
No, it's that statue.
No. I'm talking about the statue he's holding. He's holding a trophy. Sorry, the trophy he was holding.
Oh, you're right.
So that doesn't have a sword on it, but the picture we just saw, the trophy's different.
Got a shield. Yeah, I saw the weird sword, but I was like...
And it's broken, like the one we have in our evidence.
Yeah.
For some reason. Don't exactly know why.
Why did they used to have swords? It looks like the sword... It looks like the knife in our evidence, the way that it's broken.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Don't know why that is yet, but okay.
They presumably took the photo here in this office because the knight is here. Because on top of a church organ, he's also got a fucking knight just hanging.
Well, this is definitely where
chilling around.
This is where the murder took place. I'm saying he got backed into that. He got pushed into that
What
night.
a dramatic room to die in. I could only be so lucky.
I hope I die in a room like that.
Yeah, we're coming up on 3 pages of evidence. Goddamn. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm gonna lock up here, so let's go out together.
He's trying to get you out of his office.
He's stopping us from getting evidence in this cool room.
Oh.
Why is the spear so short?
Yeah, it looks a little bit bigger in the picture, but
yeah, it looks weird in the background. Like,
don't insult the poor man on his little short sword. Yeah.
It's the size of the spear.
Yeah, that's how you use it.
So flexible it is.
So I don't want a spear to ever be flexible. Just saying.
There are flexibles. There's like wobbly, flexible spears, and then there's the there's the rigid ones. There's like 2.
Wasn't one of them for throwing?
Well, possibly that too, but there's also like there's some spears that are actually designed for swinging them.
The ones that are wobbly, I think it's so...
like arcing attacks versus like just stabbing.
Like when you throw them, I think it's so they catch air or something. I've seen like the slow-mos of those. But this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate anymore. Okay,
Foghorn Leghorn.
He's got a terrifying face.
Yes, he's got those eyes too, like the dark guy.
Well, we talked about how like most characters have those eyes though. This is the color that changes a bit.
He's a cool looking character, I will say. I like looking at him.
Yeah, like Emma has those eyes.
Yeah, but his are very like.
And then Lana has those eyes.
And Joe Dark has them like they both have them really like that. He doesn't have nothing.
That's a different goddamn art style.
He's got a
So does he. We know what he looks like now.
Yeah, well, fill him in, why don't you?
Yeah.
That guy. Okay, so the.
We have 2 pages of characters now.
He looks like Lupin to me.
Him?
Yeah, reminds me of
Lupin the Third.
He reminds me of Lupin a little bit. Well, there's a lot of Lupins.
Oh, I've never watched the show, but I did play. The theme song of Lupin the Third was in DDR, and it had like a themed background. So that was like the most I've seen ever of Lupin.
I haven't seen a lot of Lupin, but I know Lupin is like really good and worthwhile.
Now hurry up and get out! I have a meeting to attend.
I thought you were locking up.
I said, get the fuck out of my office.
Oh, I said, boy, I said.
Boy,
I said. And then this little ham hock guy who was like,
God damn it, Bobby.
Looks like we aren't welcome. No kidding.
It seems that case isn't over with yet after all.
What do you mean?
Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around up in there.
You mean like a clue?
There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. Yeah, it's called breaking and entering. It's called breaking and entering. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, you know you'll find a ton of stuff in there.
Do it, you coward.